kind of else? Well, we do. Well, for one thing we can see is classic. It's not actually like 100 years, but it's like between centuries. That's why many people like classic, and they call some people who don't like classic also say it's an art music. But we don't really think like that, because there are many traditional musics and they're not that old. So there was kind of a music that you just say with words. It's kind of interesting. Okay, first is mi, so, si, do, re, and mi, si, like that. So that's like we call this the re mi fa sol la si do is actually kind of things we have to play when we are having instruments like that. Like I said earlier, those things are kind of particular because now it's in original pages, but they all made a new like script and then filled it with new colors. Like it's not going more older. Well, for classic, it's actually from like kind of festivals or even religious. But actually we don't know how that classic had been more on. But if we couldn't see these like papers filled with our songs, we couldn't even do something with music. Like from us orchestras that had many kinds of interesting grades, like Mozart, Bach, Beethoven. They had made one like Wolfgang Beethoven actually was a really master, but we didn't know how we should repeat of that. For like television, like those things, we say like it's going on to classic and music. And we didn't really need to see, we don't really need kinds of a place to perform with. It's like from the streets, or not in YouTube or just a site. We could also do it like that. But now it's like kind of this classic is pass over and pass over and pass over. We couldn't hear when we don't have these papers. Well, for when this class culture came to Korea, we didn't know. But now, some kind of years by, like people who like this music wanted to follow, copy, or even learn how to do it. And they made a new, like more like America's songs. That's kind of interesting. Like they were inspired of it. Well, for they also did more like doing it together to make it more faster. And then they could make like a greatest day, like in like festival. Is for all over the world. In 1960, in one kind of case at one conqueror, they actually had this sports Olympics. They actually do like this. They do who is the merriest, who is the fastest in Olympics, but who loves music more. Well, we can see that music is everywhere. Even in elevators, there are songs. Even in garages, there are songs. In markets, schools, home, everywhere we see music everywhere. So I hope you don't like traditional music, but every music is important. They shouldn't be out of this world. That's why we should be like that. Well, I think we should all encourage many countries to get their own songs. Well, I hope you all know how classic is like. Well, thank you for listening to my greatest presentation. Well, bye.